We're trying something a little bit different today because, full disclosure, I'm doing this straight after the last one, so nothing else has happened. But we'll see what happens. You know, you get an extended introduction to the new season. What more could you want? Hello and welcome to part 42 of the Bolton battle. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have the next two games at the start of our League One campaign. So you saw the 1-1 draw away against Middlesbrough in yesterday's episode. We're now going straight into playing Forest in the League Cup and Charlton at home in League One. I'm hoping you get to see us play against a big team who are quite good in Forest. I can't remember what league they're in. There you go. We get to play against a championship team. We haven't done that for a little while. And then hopefully pick up our first win of the season against Charlton. That would be the dream, obviously. So nothing really much has happened at all since you were last with me, other than the fact that the clock has rolled on a few days, and we might have got a little bit closer to some of our players getting fit into the side. Hold on, why have we got all this on? I was exploring my young players. So Semedo's still no fitter, which is worrying, really. I guess that's because he's not played in any reserve games or anything, so he's fully fit but not match fit, so he's still not going to come onto the bench. Likewise, Tomic and the battery. We've got too many options up front at the moment to be messing around with it too much. But what we are doing today is we're giving Mark Parnell his first start alongside Ross Ainley up front. Because of the injury to Jordan Barrett in the last game, Crabb has to come back in goal. Barrett's going to be out for a couple of weeks, so you're going to see Matthew Crabb in goal in both of today's episodes. So that's going to be an interesting one against two good teams. But other than that, the team should be a fairly familiar one. So we've got Bagley, Pantin, and Mr. Beige at the back, with White and Alonso as the fullbacks. Key and Durant. So Durant comes in midfield alongside Key, with Lee Martin dropping down to the bench, and John Jones in behind Parnell and Ainley. So look, Eggs is on the bench. Eggs is still here. People have been wondering where Eggs is. This is where Eggs is. Look, still about. Had a bit of a spell on loan at Woking last year. Didn't do anything special, but he's going to get a League One game at some point. I feel it in the water. So, why are we playing against Forest when no one else is playing? We're not on the telly either. So, I guess Forest have got to do something odd. We've got no captains today. John Durant, there you go. He's on loan, but he's still going to be captain. Eggs gets the squad number 45. I should have given him the number 1 that we all know is vacant from yesterday's episode. But John Durant is in on loan, captaining the side because he was such an important player for us last year, coming in to make his first appearance of the season alongside Matthew Crabb making his season's bow. And hopefully we'll put in a good showing against Forest. That's all we're really looking for. So Forest are at their shiny new ground, the Brian Clough Arena, I think it was called. And I'm just hoping we don't get beaten too badly. If we can do stuff like that, though, we might be able to say, look, we're not going to be just making up the numbers in League One this year. We're still a good team. So Enrique Alonso puts us 1-0 up after less than 2 minutes. And I believe we need to have a look at that in 3 dimensions to explore how wonderful a goal that was. I mean, I need a sip of my Dr. Pepper to make sense of these words. As you can see, it's not a Dr. Pepper Zero. Because, 2 episodes in a row, got to keep the old sugar levels up. So Ainley crosses it. Alonso is in miles of space. Why have they left him so unmarked? And he puts us 1-0 up. Marvellous. Oh, that's so sugary. I'm so used to my zeros now. But as none of the big zero manufacturers are offering me a sponsorship, I'll see if any of the sugary drinks do. And then I can always empty them out into the sink, put zero in the can, and then advertise these. It's probably unlikely that Dr. Pepper will sponsor me where Dr. Pepper Zero haven't, but you never know. Love to get sponsored by a fizzy drink. Oh, there we go. So 10 minutes in, 1-0 up. There's nothing happening, is there? It's just sort of nothingness. Oh, here you go. Let's see if Matthew Crabb can save against championship teams. Apparently he can't. I'm just going to say we've not seen anything of him at all, really. I don't know that he's played a game since Jordan Barrett's been at the club. But yeah, there you go. We've just seen him play a game, and he did not even move that. I remember this being a bit of an issue with Matthew Crabb. He doesn't do the pointing at the ball as it goes into the net that Eggs always used to do, and he also doesn't do that thing where he stops the ball going into the net that Barrett does, which I mean, there's no comedy and there's also no proper goalkeeping. So the worst of both worlds. Perhaps we need to bring Eggs on for the second half because he'll concede the same amount of goals, but at least it'll be entertaining to watch because you'll see him throwing himself around, not getting anywhere near stuff, and it's just fun. Right, Ainley wins the ball back when he probably shouldn't have, but it's a poor pass. We could have had a break on there, but unfortunately the sting has been taken out of it completely. Although we seem to be reinserting the sting. Tom White with the cross, and Ainley covered a lot of ground to get on the end of it, but it was a fairly poor finish, and Forest are on the break again, and Matt Crabb just made a save. There you go. I mean, he should be quite happy that he has got the numbers 1 and 3 on his shirt. They're the wrong way round, but at least you could say, oh, it's just a printing error. You are, yeah, of course you're the backup goalkeeper. Number 13 all the way. You're looking at the shirt backwards. Don't worry about it. Right, that's a poor pass from Key. We need to, when we're playing with such a narrow midfield, we need to be a little bit closer together and a little bit sharper with our passing, because that goal has come from a poor pass from Connor Key, where he's just, I mean, he's in the centre circle trying to get it all the way out wide to Tom White at fullback, and it's just too far and not accurate enough, and can't help but think that one was a little bit self-inflicted. But we are playing against a team that are supposed to be beating us. So for it only to be 2-1, and for it, I mean, stats-wise, a pretty even game. If we'd have had Barrett in goal, I don't think we'd be losing today, because Forest haven't had a clear-cut chance. They've just had 2 shots, and Crabb hasn't saved either of them. No, they did have a third shot. We all remember the third shot. Matt Crabb did make a save. He's clearly decided not to make a habit of it, though. And Forest finally get their first clear-cut chance, and it puts them 3-1 up. And this isn't what we wanted. We're going to get a drubbing here, aren't we? And what I really don't want to have, I mean, that's a lovely finish. I don't want them to knock the stuffing out of us completely, so we go into the Charlton game sad and not able to build on what was a really good result in the first day of the season. I'm getting flashbacks to our first season in League Two, when we sort of stuttered. We had a good first day of the season and then really, really stuttered initially for probably the first 5 or 6 games after that. And we can't really afford to do it. We haven't brought in as many players as we did then. They should be fairly comfortable playing together, and hopefully it's not the sign of bigger problems at the club, and it's just a case of we need to get Barrett fit, we need to keep doing what we're doing, we'll be fine. And before you all tell me in the comments, I know I shouldn't be playing attacking away against Forest. That isn't going to stop me playing attacking away against teams like Forest, though. So feel free to tell me what I should be doing, but I haven't listened yet, have I? Right, Ainley, what can he do? Finds Alonso, get the cross. Oh, Alonso, I think it was supposed to be a cross, but their keeper had to turn it away, or it could have been a second goal for Enrique Alonso. And I'm a little bit surprised we've got him on loan again, because did Huddersfield get relegated from the Premier League? I think they did. So they are a Championship team now. You would expect Alonso would probably be a Championship squad player, but I'm certainly not going to object to getting him for another year. I won't expect him for a third. Fourth, no, because this is his third, isn't it? He had half a season on loan with us and didn't really play because he got injured. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm going to ring my dad, see if he's got any ideas for what we can do about this. Hold on. Let's ring him. So he's probably watching. I know it's not on the telly, but Forest isn't that far from one of his many abodes. I mean, voicemail. Nothing. He actually specifically says if it's me ringing, just stop. I'll ring you. Brilliant. Thanks, Dad. Much appreciated. And well, at least we didn't concede any more goals while those shenanigans were going on. I think we need to make some changes, don't we? The strike partnership we've gone for today hasn't really worked. I don't know. Are we playing poorly at the back, or is it just a case of the fact we've got a really poor goalkeeper? Because they've only had 2 clear-cut chances and they've scored 5 goals. It seems to be they've cottoned on to the fact that if they just hit it at the goal, Crabb just is not going to save it. I mean, again, that's another one where he's not even dived there. Do we bring Eggs on? I mean, what have we got to lose by bringing Eggs on? And just, I mean, it might be the last opportunity we get to see Eggs, although he might be playing at the weekend at this rate, because I've not been at all impressed with Crabb today. Right, Bagley apparently having a poor game, so Thomas can come on for him. Have we got any other centre-backs on the bench? We got Alan Mitchell as well. I've not seen him play yet. He didn't He arrived too late to play in any of the friendlies. We'll leave him for now. We will bring on Lee Martin for Connor Key, though, just to add a little bit of experience and bring our skipper on into the central midfield, just to try and calm things down a little bit and stop us conceding any more goals. And we'll perhaps bring Mitchell on in a minute or two, or maybe bring Eggs on, or try a different striker. Or can we just change the whole team? Because this one clearly hasn't worked today. I mean, this is a horror show. Whose idea was it to show you a League Cup game away against a team better than this? I'm punching the microphone now. That wasn't in rage. That was because I was reaching for my Dr. Pepper again. So apologies for those of you listening on headphones. You've just had a big... And maybe, just maybe, future Kev edited it out. He probably didn't know, because in my experience, he's lazy. Right, let's bring on Mitchell. Let's see if he's any good. Oh, brilliant. Really suits the centre-back position then. I mean, he is a right-back naturally, so perhaps we should play him on the right-hand side of the back three. Maybe, but we never used to with Kenny Dodge. Oh, for goodness. Have we ever had a defeat like this? Is it as painful for you lot to watch as it is for me? Because I am not enjoying this even a little bit. We are never going to do this again. I thought we're doing a little extended season starter because time is tight for me at the moment. I wasn't going to have time to play a significant chunk of games. So rather than coming back 2 weeks into the season, I thought we may as well just play the first few games. Have a look at them. Who cares that we've got a goal back? I don't want a goal back at this stage. I'd rather than us scoring 2 more goals, I would rather the game just ended now. Because I'd rather lose 7-1 than 7-4. It's just... come on. In situations like this, you should be able to just make unlimited substitutions. Just throw everyone on and just see what happens. Because it's just humiliating. We just conceded 7 goals on the internet as well. Should we edit this? Can we edit this out? We need to do a whole lot better against Charlton. Oh, good. They all switched off as well. Henry Ellison, what are you thinking? We can't fault the boys after that. They gave it everything they had. This man doesn't have enough then. Right. Shaking things up a little bit. I mean, probably not enough. Lee Martin comes back in midfield. Pennock comes in behind the front two. I'm very tempted to make him a shadow striker, but I think we'll start him as an attacking playmaker and see what happens from there. And Joe Shaw has come in to play alongside Parnell up front with Ross Ainley and Russell Bye as our backup strikers on the bench. I mean, 45 goals between them last season. That's not a bad backup, is it? But we've not seen Joe Shaw yet this season, so be interested to see how the big experienced oaf, who scores a lot of goals, plays alongside the young whippersnapper with no fear. And Pennock, can't believe he's not played for us yet. He needs to get some games under his belt because he was a very good player for us last year. We have got Crab in goal again, just because Eggs. I mean, it would have been fun playing him as a gag in the cup, but we need to win league games. We can't play joke goalkeepers. That just isn't going to end well. Oh, Thomas came in at the back as well. Came in from Mr. Beige. Who cares why Thomas is playing instead of Mr. Beige? Parnell has just put us 1-0 up. I know we went up 1-0 about this stage in the Forest game as well, so it's by no means is going to guarantee us a victory, but it is nice to show that we can still score goals. And it's quite a well-worked one as well, so it's a corner from Pennock, and I say it's well-worked. Parnell's just latched onto a loose ball and whacked it into the bottom corner, which, I mean, that's well-worked for Bolton. There was 2 different Bolton players touched the ball in the move. Yes, one of them was a cross, but that's how we score our goals. And it was nice to see we've got another striker who can just hit it really hard into the goal, which is how we score all our goals. So, you know, we either hit them really hard or they fly in off some kind of part of body in the 6-yard box. Often a head, sometimes a knee, or I don't know, elbows probably sometimes as well. Who knows? But, you know, he can score one of the 2 types of Bolton goal that we have. So I'm happy with him. There you go. We've got another player who can score goals for us. Plus, we're half an hour in and Matt Crab hasn't conceded a goal yet as well. And, it's because Charlton haven't had a shot on target, actually. I was reading the stats the wrong way around. Thought we were still away from home. So as long as we can stop Charlton from having any shots, In fact, I'll throw this out there now. If Charlton don't have any shots on target, I think we might keep a clean sheet today. Lee Martin, what a tackle. That's why he's back in the team. Shaw finds Parnell. Parnell's got space, and what a finish. That one was even better. We might have another star on our hands here. Mark Parnell, I think he's still only 18 years old. I forget who he's in on loan from, but look at that, just using pace to get past the last defender. And again, trademark, hit it really hard into the corner, and he's done that twice now, and I can live with that. I'm quite happy with that. And hats off to Joe Shaw for a lovely pass for the assist as well. It's not really what he's known for. He's usually just a big lump who we kick the ball at, but it shows he's got a little bit of nous about him as well. So Parnell's on loan from Cardiff. He is still 18. I mean, look at these physical stats for an 18-year-old. He's going to be a player. 16 finishing as well. We could get some goals out of this lad this season if we can play well. I like it. Right, let's get back to the game. So, Ellison, much better team talk today. See, you do know how to do it. You're just being silly at Forest. Right, Charlton still haven't had a shot, which means at the moment we still haven't conceded a goal. This is all positive so far. We want to keep this going. We're in a ridiculous situation where in an episode where we've conceded 7 goals in a game, we could end the episode joint top of the league, which is mad. Posh are there as well. Oh, I get to play Posh again this season. That's going to be fun. Bagley, committed himself, but did win the tackle. That was a bit of a dangerous one. Alonso, can he whip the cross in? He's got 2 men on him, but still gets the cross in. Lee Martin wins it back, and Pennick is there with one of the easiest finishes you will ever see from him, but he does tuck it away nice and tidily. And all credit here has to go, well, share it between Alonso and Martin, because Alonso did brilliantly to get the cross in. Martin does really well to win the ball back and just find Pennick in bags of space, and he had the easiest part of the task and gets all the credit for it, because that's the way football works. But Lee Martin is showing me today why he should have been playing against Forest. What a difference he's making to the team. I had my doubts over him, whether he'd be able to cut it in League One, and he is responding today by saying, yes, boss, I can cut it in League One. I'm going to just go out there and get a man of the match performance today, and we're going to absolutely stuff him with me as captain, so don't ever drop me again. Alonso with the deep cross. White comes in from wing back. We're 4-0 up, less than an hour into the game. Oh, I can feel the Forest game easing out of my system. Look, Charlton have had a shot on target now as well, and we haven't conceded. Shall we finish the episode with an aggregate victory over the game? So what is it? It's at the moment, was it 7-2 we lost? So at the moment it's 7-6. We need another 2 goals without reply, and we can call this episode an aggregate victory. And I will be happy with that because all the goals came in the league, and that's where they're important. Who cares about the cups? Cups are stupid. Right, Martin. Oh, lost the ball there. I was about to tell you how much of a hero he was again. But Bagley, that was a risky pass, but he seems to have got away with it. Durant now, a beautiful ball through to Parnell, not Pennick. Finds White out wide. Can he do a cross? I mean, that's why I'm not commentating for the BBC. But he did do a cross. Joe Shaw got on the end with it. I mean, don't let me do 2 episodes back to back. This is what happens. There you go. White did a cross and Shaw can do a goal, and that is, I mean, to be fair, better analysis than you get out of Mark Lawrenson. So, topical Euros humour. That's what you get on this channel. Right. I mean, should we make any substitutions? We're so far ahead. We're absolutely thumping them, but I do want to have a look at Alan Mitchell playing on the right-hand side of the defence in a game where it doesn't really matter if he ballses it up. But other than that, there's nothing to. I mean, we shouldn't be changing anything, I guess. We'll go against convention and we'll just make the one change. Everyone else is playing so well. I want to send the message. We are top of the league. We are top of the league, etc., etc. And you lot are playing out of your skin. What a response to the Forest game. This has been Alonso with the cross, and I thought we were going to make it 6. Aggregate victory. Our sights are set on it now. We're level on aggregate at the moment against the episode. And now we just need one more. So I think I can feel Russell Bye just saying, look, let me on. I know you said I can't cut it at League One. Let me in. Well, no, I'm not, because there's 2 strikers. I can't break them up. Look how well they're playing. But John Durant can come off, and we'll bring Connor Key on for him. I should put another centre back on the bench, really. I feel like I probably do need to make another. We'll bring John Jones on for Wayne Pennock, and we'll just do that because Jones has demons to exercise from the Forest game as well. So get him in. He might get the aggregate winner. And Matt Crabb made a save. Yes, it was officially on its way away from the goal, but there was goalmouth action and he caught the ball. So we're putting that down as a save. They've now had 2 shots on target, and Parnell has just put us ahead on aggregate for the episode. That is his hat-trick. He has, it's his first league start ever in his career, not just for us. This is his first start in professional league football. We'll forget the cup. And he's picked up a hat-trick. Either he's going to be a one-hit wonder, or we have a seriously good player on our hands for the whole season. We're top of the league after 2 games. We're 6-0 up. We're ahead on aggregate, everybody. And that's all anyone cares about today. Forget that Forest nonsense. Just fast forward over it. If you watch episodes in reverse order, which I assume some of you do, don't bother watching the first half. It was rubbish. Second half, it was good. 6-0 win against a team we'd actually singled out as probably quite a tough test for our first home game. And there we have it. We are top of the league. I say we are top of the league. Whoa, that's exciting. Mark Parnell. We have a new hero is born. Let's all order Bolton shirts with Parnell on the back. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.